Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Been a few weeks now since I finished my European trip. Hope you enjoyed watching that little series there. I certainly had a good time, you know. I've since been ill. I had it coming on there when I was doing the clips along the Sharpness Canal there. And yeah, I had a cough and a cold and what have you, so didn't do anything the following weekend. Had a weekend off because I wasn't well. Got over that fairly quickly, fortunately. So I did a 200-kilometre, all that's last weekend. I didn't film it. I just wanted to. I just like to enjoy the ride sometimes, you know. So anyway, that brings us on to today. Off on a 300 down to a place called Hockley, which is Winchester, and back. And well, it's as you can see, a glorious day, but a little bit chilly, but that's all right. It's supposed to warm up a bit later, so I should take this jacket off and you know, enjoy the sunshine. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on, and I'll speak to you in a bit further down the road. Well, I'm 40k in now, and here in Yankton Kennel. Green Bean Cafe behind me, and ended up having a breakfast. I didn't anticipate doing that, but still. Yeah, so we're 40k in, as I said, and the weather is absolutely glorious. Certainly warming up now. I've taken my rain jacket off. I was cooking in that, and I should probably take my overshoes off in a bit. And this is the church in Yankton Kennel, which I believe is St Margaret's. Yeah, bell over there. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. So, you know, I'm a few miles further on now, probably about 10 miles. And this is the Kennet Naven Canal. I'm still alongside. And this is actually an aqueduct. I've never noticed it, I never cottoned on it was before. And this road here is the Chippenham Ring Road, so yeah. So I've got about 8, maybe 9 miles of towpath now to the other side of Devizes, and I'm not expecting it to be particularly fast, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of people about today because it's nice and sunny, so I think people today are starting to move around a bit in the outdoors, you know. Weather's, you know, improved. So yeah, that's rather noisy. Anyway, Devizes. It's busy on here today. I think these green ones here you can hire. And this is Carn Hill Back Pumping Station. So I would imagine this pumps the water up Carn Hill, which is just over there. It's not far, I can't see, I think the trees are in the way. Oh, a glorious day. So that's Devizes ticked off. It's coming along the towpath. That's rather pleasant, traffic-free alternative to duking it out yourself at those shops. Devizes, and now we're into the lanes. Glorious day, isn't it? I love it when the fields go yellow like that. I can see a white horse ahead. That's a Pusey white horse. And that's the next town of note, Pusey. So I'm basically now heading mostly east towards Winchester, well, eventually. Hello folks, so you join me just outside Pusey, which is just over there. I stopped in Pusey and had a pasty, and I'm now heading sort of towards the Salisbury Plain sort of area, and this hill in front, I don't know if you can see because it's a bit of a sad sight, but that's the Pusey white horse there. Looks like it could do with a lick of paint really. It's looking a bit sorry for itself. But yeah, so I got to winch myself up this hill and across the plain. So folks, Commute's done its usual excellent job. It's found me a lovely cycle path through Andover, so that's where I am, Andover. Hang on a second. Yeah, so as I was saying before the railway bridge got in the way, Commute basically threaded the eye of the needle, for a better description, through Andover on plenty of cycle paths and what have you, and I'm now a few miles outside of Andover. So yeah, that was pretty painless. The road between, well, from about 2 miles the other side of Ludgershaw to a place called Way Hill was pretty busy, and then there was a bike path, so I was glad to sort of get on that really. However, I did cover a bit of ground quite quick there, so that was good. But yeah, it's rolling countryside, nothing of note to be honest. The wind has picked up since this morning. It's a bit of a, I want to say crosswind, but it's more like from the 8 o'clock position. What's the scores on the doors in terms of distance? .2 miles done, so that's all right. That's good. Saying I'll finish at 20 to 12 tonight, but I ain't going to be that quick, I don't think. I'll put 2 or 3 stops between now and then. I got, hang on, let's work this out, 175k to do. So, you know, in that distance I'm going to stop at least twice, so you can kind of add 45 minutes, an hour onto that. But that's alright, I've got till 6 AM tomorrow morning, so there's no rush. I'm not doing it as a race, just doing it to, well, for the hell of it, if I'm honest. I do have, whilst I think of it, I do have the Brevet Cymru in 2 weeks today. Should be doing that. So I do like that route. It's all right. It is very easy to go too hard at the beginning of it and die. So I should have to remember my own advice. Anyway, rather than standing in the wind here, I'm going to crack on. So I'm now on the test way. River Test is to my right, just through these trees. And the traffic is clean. A little bit too bumpy really, but never mind. So this is just, yeah, this is just where I've come along from, and as you can see, it's a bit chopped up. I've been doing some forestry stuff, and obviously using heavy machinery to do all that sort of thing. It's just chopped it up and it's now dried out, which is good. It's just made it ever so bumpy, and you know, this tree's been here that long. There's a path here which I'm just going to walk round it, and it's actually worn a path, so that goes to show how long this tree's been here. So what a shame. It's clearly an old railway line, you can tell by the bridge, to be honest, but yeah, it's a shame when they get a bit like this. This is actually King Somborn. Yeah, there's a bit of flooding about. Going by the green algae on the road there. That's been flooded for a while. Well, King Somborn, what a beautiful place. Wow. Got a bit of village envy there. I'm about 5 or 6 miles from Winchester. Just stopped to have a bit of a breather. I think I've come along this road before, but in the opposite direction. If I remember rightly, go up over that ridge, and it's a bit sort of up and downy, but it's on a ridge, and you can look to the right and you can see sort of Romsey and places like that off in the distance. Yeah, these here rolling hills. Windows XP. So this is today's destination, Ockley Viaduct. Winchester's in that general direction. See the old-fashioned semaphore up there, giving a clue to its previous life. So I've basically done a bit of a loop. So I've come down, gone into those trees over there, and then come across the viaduct. And I'm not sure what motorway that is. You can see in the going through the cutting in the hillside, but yeah, we're going down here, across the road, and then up the hill. That's Chandler's Ford railway station. No, that's not me bailing. My rig comes this way, past the railway station. Well, this is the River Test. It looks quite high. It hasn't flooded, so it passed that test. Yeah, my dab jokes don't get any better. So folks, that's Romsey ticked off, and you saw the River Test at Mottisfont, A wonderful name. It's a village, it's just down there actually, just out of sight, and they've got a bit of a National Trust house there. I saw the front of the drive, and the gates are all closed because it's quite late now, but yeah, and then that came onto this path here. So I'm heading in this direction. Temperature had started to drop a little bit, so I put my gilet back on, and I thought, well, while I'm at it, I'll put the vis vest on, because the light went a bit funny, and then it's been brilliant sunshine ever since, you know, sod's law and all that. Anyway, we're basically heading north of west, but not northwest, not quite that, towards Salisbury. I don't know how far Salisbury is, but it can't be that far, 20 miles at most. And then I think what I'm going to do is get some supplies in the Salisbury area, and I think to try and do the final without having to stop anywhere, if you know what I mean. Because I don't really want to stop in the dark or what have you, so well, I will, but you know what I mean. Not in a petrol station. Anyway, let's crack on. Hello, so I'm now in Salisbury, and I'm just sat here. Move. Okay. If I do that, you can just see the spire through this cage. Yeah, so that's 200k, 100k to go, and I don't know how long I've got to do it. It's quite a lot, so I don't know what the time is now, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's have a look. Oh, it's 7:45, so let's work that out. It's 4.25 hours, 10.25 hours to do 100k. That's 10k an hour average to home. I think I might be able to manage that. So, yeah, it's been pretty uneventful since the last time I spoke to you, and lots of insects in the air, you know, clouds of them. Anyway, from here we're going out towards Wilton, a little bit at the Wiley Valley, and then over the Salisbury Plain down into Tills Head, Shrewton, Tills Head, and then Market Lavend. No, what's it called? I can't remember the name of the place now. But basically, we're going back to Melksham. From Melksham, we've got a different route home from Melksham to the one we came out on. I say that it rejoins the same route basically at Biddestone, so by then it'll be completely dark, so it doesn't really make any difference. Anyway, I've got a sandwich and a drink, and that should see me back. Hello folks, so I'm now back home, or near enough, and it's 2 AM, 4 hours in hand, so that's not too bad. That's considerably faster than the last 300 I'd done, so I'm just slightly less pathetic than I was on that occasion. Oh, I'm joking. Yeah, it's gone off very cold. Not frosty cold, but it's cold. Wind has dropped, but I did have a headwind all the way back from Eastern Grey, so yeah, the last sort of 17-18 miles I had a headwind, so that wasn't particularly nice. Anyway, I'm not doing a ride next weekend. I'm going to have a weekend off, and yeah, I should do something the weekend after while I'm doing Brevet Cymru. So yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for joining me, and see you soon.